Picture this: your IT project is running smoothly, and everything is on track. Then disaster strikes, a server crash wipes out critical data, or a cyber attack shuts down your systems. The project grinds to a halt, and everyone is scrambling to figure out what went wrong. Scenarios like this can be catastrophic if you don't have a solid disaster recovery plan in place. In today's video, we'll explore how to create a disaster recovery plan for IT projects, using the story of James, a project manager who learned the importance of preparation the hard way. Stick around to learn actionable steps to protect your projects and keep them resilient in the face of unexpected disruptions. Hi everyone, welcome back to Next Chair. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss our weekly tips on IT project management, risk mitigation, and technical strategies. Today's topic is critical: creating a disaster recovery plan for IT projects. Whether you are managing a small team or leading a large-scale enterprise project, a disaster recovery plan can save your project from total failure. Topic Introduction. IT projects are often complex and interconnected, which makes them vulnerable to unexpected disruptions, hardware failures, cyber attacks, power outages, and even natural disasters. A disaster recovery plan is your safety net, ensuring that your project can recover quickly and minimize downtime. To illustrate this, let's dive into the story of James, a project manager leading a mission-critical IT project. James learned the importance of disaster recovery when his project was hit by an unexpected outage. His journey highlights the essential steps for creating an effective disaster recovery plan. Story: realizing the need for disaster recovery. James was managing a cloud-based IT project for a retail company. His team had set up a robust infrastructure and was confident in its performance. But one day, during peak holiday sales, the cloud provider experienced a regional outage, causing downtime that lasted several hours. Orders couldn't be processed, customers were frustrated, and the company faced significant revenue losses. It was a wake-up call for James, who realized his team didn't have a disaster recovery plan in place. Determined to prevent this from happening again, James started by identifying potential risks and vulnerabilities that could impact the project. He categorized these risks based on their likelihood and potential impact, creating a risk assessment framework. Technical note: a risk assessment framework includes 1. Identifying threats. List potential disasters, such as hardware failures, cyber attacks, or natural disasters. 2. Assessing impact. Determine the potential consequences of each risk, such as data loss, downtime, or financial loss. 3. Assigning likelihood. Use a scale, example, low, medium, high, to evaluate how likely each risk is to occur. For example, James identified risks like server downtime, ransomware attacks, and accidental data deletion. This risk assessment became the foundation for his disaster recovery plan. If you're finding this helpful, like this video and let us know in the comments if you've faced similar challenges in your IT projects. We'd love to hear your stories. With a clear understanding of the risks, James moved on to defining recovery objectives for his project. Defining recovery objectives, RTO and RPO. James knew that to create an effective disaster recovery plan, he needed to establish clear recovery goals. These goals would guide his team in prioritizing tasks during a disaster. He focused on two key metrics: the recovery time objective, RTO, and the recovery point objective, RPO. 1. RTO, the maximum amount of time the project can afford to be offline before it impacts operations. 2. RPO, the maximum amount of data that can be lost without causing significant harm to the project. Technical note: to calculate RTO and RPO. 1. RTO example: for James's retail project, the RTO was 4 hours because downtime beyond that would lead to major revenue losses. 2. RPO example: the RPO was 15 minutes, meaning the project could afford to lose no more than 15 minutes of transaction data. By setting these objectives, James ensured his team had clear targets to work toward during a recovery scenario. With recovery objectives in place, James turned his attention to creating a robust backup and failover strategy. Building a backup and failover strategy. James realized that backups alone weren't enough. He needed a strategy that would allow the project to recover quickly and minimize downtime. He implemented a combination of regular backups and failover systems to keep the project resilient. 1. Backups. James set up automated daily backups for less critical data and hourly backups for high-priority data, such as transaction records. 2. Failover systems. To ensure minimal downtime, he implemented a failover strategy that automatically switched operations to a secondary system if the primary system failed. Technical note: key components of a backup and failover strategy include 1. Backup frequency. Align backups with your RPO. High-frequency backups are crucial for projects with low RPOs. 2. Redundant systems. Use cloud-based failover systems or secondary data centers to ensure continuous operations. 3. Testing backups. Regularly test backup restoration to ensure they work as expected. For example, James's failover system included a secondary cloud region that could take over within minutes if the primary region went down. This setup reduced downtime significantly during future incidents. Quick reminder: don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more actionable IT project strategies like this. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss out. With backups and failovers in place, James knew he needed a plan for coordinating the recovery process during an actual disaster. Creating an incident response plan. James understood that having the right tools wasn't enough. His team needed a clear plan for handling disasters. He worked with his team to develop an incident response plan, detailing the roles and responsibilities for each member during a recovery scenario. The plan included 1. Incident detection. How to identify and report an issue quickly. 2. Communication protocols. Who to notify, including stakeholders, IT staff, and external vendors. 3. Step-by-step recovery procedures. Detailed instructions for restoring systems and services. Technical note: an effective incident response plan includes 1. Escalation paths. Clearly define who should be contacted at each stage of the recovery process. 2. Incident documentation. Keep records of what went wrong, how it was addressed, and lessons learned. 3. Regular drills. Conduct mock disaster recovery drills to test and improve the plan. For instance, James's team practiced a simulated server outage, which helped them refine their response plan and improve coordination during real incidents. With a well-rehearsed response plan, James's final step was ensuring continuous improvement of the disaster recovery plan. Testing and updating the disaster recovery plan. James knew that a disaster recovery plan isn't a one-time effort. Technology changes, risks evolve, and new vulnerabilities emerge. To keep his plan effective, James scheduled regular testing and updates. 1. Testing. James conducted quarterly tests of the recovery process, simulating different scenarios like ransomware attacks and power outages. 2. Updating. After each test, James and his team reviewed the results and made improvements to address any weaknesses. Technical note: regular testing should include 1. Tabletop exercises, team discussions about hypothetical scenarios. 2. Simulations, full-scale tests that mimic real-world disasters. 3. Metrics review, analyze recovery times and data loss to ensure they align with RTO and RPO. For example, during one test, James discovered a bottleneck in the failover process. By addressing it, his team reduced the failover time from 15 minutes to under 5 minutes. Conclusion: through careful planning and preparation, James transformed his IT project from being vulnerable to disasters to being resilient and reliable. By assessing risks, setting recovery objectives, building robust backups and failover systems, creating an incident response plan and testing regularly, James ensured that his project could withstand unexpected disruptions. Disaster recovery planning is an essential skill for IT project managers, and with these steps, you can protect your projects from costly downtime and data loss. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, and subscribe for more IT project management tips. Let us know in the comments how you've handled disaster recovery in your own projects. We'd love to hear your insights. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.